you very much, Mr. Chairman, and I'll yield myself 2 minutes to begin with. I think these bills, as with much of the work of Congress, have better names than the substance of the bill. All of us want to assure a pro-growth federal budget. Whether there is a significant connection between the inability of the two houses of Congress to get together on a single budget resolution and the broader budget problems that we have remains to be seen. Beginning with the bill that Mr. Garrett just described, I think he has identified a real problem. It was discussed in the course of the Simpson-Bowles Commission. I wish that there had been complete hearings on this issue and an opportunity to focus on how this budgeting proposal interacts with our debt limit and the housing market, and a more thorough review of that. But I think it's a problem that we need to address. It's being addressed in a rather precipitous manner, and I think without considering all of the implications associated with it. The measure that Mr. Price offers is hardly new to this committee. I think it might be better labeled the Mandate Voodoo Economics Act. It is an approach that Republicans have often advanced as a way to favor tax cuts over any type of spending initiative. We know that the dynamic effects of some expenditure programs are significant. Promoting early childhood education is a good example. But the extent of the economic impact of those, as well as the extent of the economic impact of some of these supply-side tax measures, is subject to great speculation and difference among the experts, and probably will only worsen our budget situation to move to inclusion of these kind of provisions. Putting all of these considerations aside, I don't think we need to codify dynamic scoring in the budget process to speculate or estimate about the impact in the future, because we have history as a guide. One needs to look no further than the dynamic Bush tax cuts and to explore what effect they had on the economy and our nation's fiscal situation. The Congressional Budget Office estimates that the 10-year price tag for the Bush tax cuts was $1 trillion, and a significant factor in moving from budget surpluses to deficits. I yield myself another minute if the time has expired. How about annual economic growth? Under the Clinton tax rates from 1993 to 2000, real gross domestic product growth averaged almost 4% per year. But from 2001 to 2008, we had a top tax rate of 35%. We had an average of 2% real GDP growth. What about job growth and employment? Knowing their disdain for public sector employees and their contention that real job growth only occurs in the private sector, how did the 8 years under Bush compare to President Clinton? Well, during this period of the Clinton administration, there were 237,000 jobs in the private sector that were created per month. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, if you compare a similar period during the Bush administration, there was a negative, that is negative, reduction, 6,800 jobs per month. We've seen the results of voodoo economics and the lasting harm that it can cause to Americans, and to codify it with this proposal will not encourage growth, but only the kind of problems we've had in the past. I would yield now 2 minutes to Mr. Blumenauer.